right, good morning, traders. This is your free video from seasonalswingtrader.com. Today is Thursday, March 9th, 2017. Hope everyone is having a great week. We're looking at a few currency markets this morning here. We're looking at the June euro currency, currently trading at 106.25, up 25 points, higher against the US dollar as well as the other major currencies. Quick note here, we are looking at the June contracts on all currencies. We have rolled over and out of the March contract, so we are looking at the June contract, which would be the next quarterly contract traded, and that symbol is M as in Mary for June. So we're looking at the June contracts, and we had a boost in the euro this morning due to an optimistic outlook from the Euro's ECB's Draghi, and we had seen as high as 106.65 this morning. We pulled back some, about 40 points, but you can see we did come out and break through some of this resistance we haven't been through since back in February. Looking at both the daily chart here on the left-hand side and then the weekly chart on the right-hand side, we did see that last week we posted a bullish reversal candle, and so what we're looking at is to see if we can maintain higher prices going into tomorrow's close. If that is the case, if we can continue, if we can get a bump higher and close higher than we did last week, we will look to initiate long positions. If we take a look over at the ETF, FXE, you can see that starting a couple of days ago, we had a bullish seasonal indicator going into mid-April. So a rise of almost 2.25% or so, 2.3% with very minimal drawdown. So the seasonals are pointing higher. I think I do like the technical setup. Again, we want to see if we can get a little bit higher close, higher at least above this past resistance, and also a close higher than last week's high. So that is what we're looking at on the euro. If we flip over to the Japanese yen has been trading range bound for several weeks here. Going over to the weekly chart, we can see that we posted a bearish engulfing candle on last week's price action. You can see the 9 trading now below the 18 here. All the averages are pointing lower. It looks like we want to head lower and come back and test this 85.45-ish range. If we look at the seasonal charts on the Japanese yen, FXY, which is the ETF, you can see that we do get a bit of weakness to sideways action on FXY or the Japanese yen. So that to me would lead me to want to possibly sell some out-of-the-money calls, whether you're doing that on Japanese yen futures options or selling at-the-money or out-of-the-money calls on FXY. Okay, lastly, let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. The dollar looks like it is poised to go higher. We can see we've notched higher highs and have trading higher here on the weekly chart. Looks like we're going to come up here and test the 103.5, the 104 area. As long as we can maintain closes higher above all of this support here, as well as stay above this trend line, I think that we can notch higher on the dollar index. Okay, so there are multiple ways to take advantage of possible opportunities in the currency markets. That would be either trading the futures or futures options contracts, the ETFs that we just discussed, and also the Forex markets. So if you are bullish the US dollar and bearish the Japanese yen, you could simply get long the USD JPY, the US yen cross pair in the Forex market. And so those are some possible opportunities to look at going into next week. Traders, like what you see, want more trade ideas each week? Take a $7 30-day complete member access trial by clicking the link below. You'll have immediate access to analysis and seasonal trade ideas on over 35 commodity and currency futures markets, as well as coverage on all of the major stocks, exchanges, and ETFs in the U.S. marketplace. If you like us, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, like us on YouTube, and we hope to see you on the inside.